Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Chicago Bears and the Oakland Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now! Check, 59. 180! Hey, we're good. 280! Move back down. 637.
Carr now on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
The Bears in good field position to start out first and 10 at the 41-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Trubisky apparently not liking something here. He's going to step back and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Lock in.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
And the Bears first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Watch a slant.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now Trubisky on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you.
And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
16 yards. And the Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. It's first and 10 at the 14. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. From back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at first and goal. They run right side with Hunt. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off near the 26. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run with Hunt, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Complete. Richardson has it. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now the Bears' 6th-round pick in 2014, Pat O'Donnell on to punt. And the win last week, punted 4 times as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Carr now to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. After the interception, here's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now it's Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Antonio Brown. His first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. On first down, Hunt, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Carl Nassib. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to air one out. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack. Trubisky. This will be caught by Brown.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 11.
The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He gets it to Brown. Complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Antonio Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not help. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. There he goes, right side. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things
interception.
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's the way.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Carr. Going up top. He's got him in. Complete. They give him a gain of 38.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
Well, that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. That is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Chicago! Kareem Hunt in the final seconds of the first half as the Bears push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Alert, 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 alert.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. That's going to be caught by Richardson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Here's Trubisky. Got him in, it's Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Dancing to his left. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
18.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was a safety, Rashad Jones, that time, who was able to break up the play.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Check tight. Check. Check hot route. Hot. 36.
Shotgun now for Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Trubisky to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Well, he's going to go for it all. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus on the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken from just outside the 30. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Mike is 59. Mike the 50.
93. 93.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw his Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On second down, it's Cohen. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Front style, defense. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. 16
yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll have another 1st down and more. And finally taken down at the 34. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the 1st.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On first down, it's Hunt. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Alert, 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 alert.
On third down, a run with Cohen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's going wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. From just shy of midfield, Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter in Philadelphia. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win, if they can get it, would be their first on the year. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, they moved back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the calendar changed. October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.